Over the past week or so, we have been talking about the EBT wars. All of these people who may not be getting their food stamps, who have been threatening to loot and rob and steal and even kill people over groceries if they have to. And in these videos, I've been pointing out that a certain community, portions of the black community, they have grown so entitled because of how they have been treated lately. Because of the constant government handouts, because their rent is getting paid for, because their groceries are getting paid for, because they feel as if they can do nothing wrong, because everyone's afraid to criticize them, because they may be called racist or something along those lines. Because of this coddled behavior, because we have been treating this community of people like toddlers that we constantly have to take care of, a lot of these people, they have grown so entitled that they have these crazy outlooks on life. Like these people feel as if, because you're not giving us food stamps, this month, we now have the right to kill people and take their groceries. And it's not wrong that we do this because y'all didn't give us our food stamps for the month. So these people feel like they're so entitled that they think nothing of even taking other people's lives in order to, make things more convenient for them. I don't want to go work for groceries, so I'll kill you and take your groceries. That's kind of the mentality that these people have. And now I have a story for you all that has everything to do with this entitled mentality. This doesn't have anything to do with the EBT wars. This is actually something totally separate, but it has everything to do with this entitled mentality that I've been warning people about for months. And I really think the Carmelo Anthony case really shined a spotlight on this. Seeing people celebrate when a black kid murdered a white kid for no reason, raise him a lot of money, say he did nothing wrong. We all understand how these people operate by now. Well, anyways, this story is coming out of Colorado. Apparently a black woman, a Olympic athlete, like an Olympic hopeful that could have been in the Olympic Games. Apparently, she called an Uber, and she basically did an Irina Zarutska on the Uber driver. She shanked the Uber driver in the neck, dumped his body off somewhere, and went riding around in his vehicle. Now, why did she do this? Well, here's why. Because she said she felt cooped up and she wanted to go on a joyride. So this woman felt so entitled, right? She doesn't have a car on her own. I guess she wasn't working to get a car of her own, whatever. She wanted to go out joyriding because she felt cooped up. She wanted to get out there and ride around. So she felt like she was entitled to the white Uber driver's car. She called the Uber driver. She gets in the back seat, winds up shanking him in the neck, dumping off his body, and then she goes joyriding in his vehicle. All because she felt like she was entitled to do so. Because nothing these people do can be considered wrong. In fact, even though this is just blatantly obvious, like it's obvious that this is a terrible thing, people in her community are making excuses for her. And even though the truth is out there that she stabbed this guy, killed him for no reason just because she wanted to go joyriding, they're trying to craft these stories about, no, the Uber driver was coming on to her. And, oh, no, she fell asleep in the car and she woke up and the Uber driver was trying to, SA her or R-word her. And she pulled out a knife and stopped him. But all of this stuff, it's lies. But you see, it's not enough that they kill white people. They also demonize the white people that they kill afterwards by making up all of these fake excuses. It's crazy, but we're seeing this all too often in this country, right? All too often. And this community of people, they'll make excuses for it. Oh, well, I guess she was having a bad day. She was cooped up. Oh, I guess Carmelo Anthony was having a bad day. You shouldn't have told him to not sit in your designated seating area, right? Or, oh, someone said the N-word. Someone said a word they didn't like, so it's okay to kill them. There's always these excuses. But what it boils down to is that we have this entitled group of people that are, for some reason, they're angry even though everything is handed to them for free. They're angry and they're violent. And it's in their nature. We see it 24/7. Every day, it's another story. And speaking of stories, I want to go ahead and dive into this news article so we could find out a little bit more about this story. Now, before I dive in, though, I need your help. I need you guys to share the video. The media is not going to really be talking about this story. When white people get murdered by black people, it's up to us white people to spread the news because the media is not going to spread the news. Now, if it was the other way around, all of you would have heard about this story and you wouldn't have had to come here to hear about it, right? So share the video, like the video, comment. If you want to take your support further, you could always donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. Always greatly appreciated, especially when covering stories like this one, because no one else will. And one of the reasons why no one else will talk about this is because this platform does not like when we expose stuff like this. So your support and your help is always appreciated. But with that being said, let's dive into this article. Ex-Olympic hopeful allegedly stabbed Uber driver, dumped his body because she felt cooped up. A Colorado athlete who once vied for a spot on the U.S. Olympic shot put team allegedly stabbed her Uber driver to death, dumping his body in a field because she felt cooped up and wanted to go for a joyride, according to police. Kayla Dawson, age 27, who competed at the U.S. Olympic trials last year, is accused of fatally plunging a butcher knife into 38-year-old rideshare driver Jeremy Campbell's neck before stealing his car and wallet Sunday, according to the El Paso County Sheriff's Office. Dawson, a former college track and field star from Colorado Springs, was identified as the last person on Campbell's driving list at 11:45 p.m. Sunday after his father reported him missing Monday. Dawson first told police she had ordered the Uber to see a friend, then changed her story, citing an arrest report. She later told police she felt cooped up and just wanted to get out of the house and go for a joyride and get some air, according to her arrest report. Dawson then claimed she fell asleep in the back of the car and woke up to find the driver touching her, according to police. She told cops Campbell pulled a knife, so she whipped out one to protect herself, police said, noting that she had taken the weapon with her. She allegedly then left his body in a field near a hiking trail in Eastonville and drove his car back to her apartment, according to police. Deputies were soon able to ping the driver's phone, which led them to the Polaris Junction apartments where Dawson lives. When cops searched her apartment, they found a large knife missing from her butcher block and the driver's wallet hidden inside a lunchbox on top of a kitchen cabinet, according to an arrest report. Dawson was charged with first-degree murder, aggravated robbery, second-degree motor vehicle theft, and tampering with physical evidence. During the 2024 Olympic trials in Eugene, Oregon, she placed 22nd overall with a distance of 16.86 meters and ultimately did not make the team, according to the Colorado chapter of USA Track and Field. So, let's go ahead and clear one thing up. This guy did not touch her inappropriately. He did not bother her at all. And you can take one look at her and you can tell that no one wants to touch this woman. Trust me. No one wants to touch this woman. That's the excuse that she tried to come up with. But the truth is that she wanted to go joyriding. She wanted a little bit of money. And she is someone from a community that is used to handouts. And because she didn't have any handouts at the time, she decided that she was entitled to this guy's money, that she was entitled to this guy's car. These people do not value human life, especially white human lives, and she did not think anything of it. She called up the Uber, plunged her butcher knife right in his throat, took his wallet, dumped his body, went out joyriding, even rode his car right back to her house, had his wallet on top of her refrigerator, because she felt that she was entitled to do so. Because in some of these people's worked out brains, they've grown to this point where they literally feel like they can do anything. They feel like they can do anything, and there should be no consequences. And if there is consequences, it's because of racism, not because of their actions. And these people, they don't have fully developed brains, and they cannot think too far into the future. So they really don't think about the consequences of their actions. They think of the here and now. And in the here and now, or at least at that moment, in the here and now for her, what she wanted to do was go joyriding. So she went joyriding by stealing an Uber driver's car, killing him, taking his wallet, and didn't think about what may happen tomorrow or the next day. All she was thinking about is, hey, I want to go joyriding right now. And, taking someone's life to do so didn't bother her at all. Didn't think twice about it. And the same thing goes for these food stamps looters. They're not caring about the people working at the grocery store. They're not caring about the hard-working Americans that they're threatening to rob. Okay? Because they don't value human life. They don't even value their own lives. They're willing to crash out at any moment, go crazy, kill someone, whatever. Because there's no accountability within their culture. And like I keep saying, these people feel like they're entitled. They feel like they're entitled to what you have. They feel like they're entitled to whatever they want at the moment. And if it means taking a human life in order to get it, so be it. You got to understand, folks, that this was an Olympic athlete. So it goes to show it doesn't even necessarily matter the background sometimes when you're dealing with these people. A future astronaut, a future Olympian, doesn't matter. They'll still shank you in the neck and steal your car and steal your wallet. So, yeah, there's definitely a big problem here in America with this entitled community of people that are just taking human lives all willy-nilly like it doesn't matter because they don't care at all. And until more people call it out, until more people confront this problem, it's going to keep happening. And every couple of days, we'll have another story like this one. And for every story like this one that we manage to find, there's a dozen more that are completely buried. But with that being said, I want to hear from you in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.